Alright, for our next project on this 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee, I'm gonna put some effort into it, some TLC. One of those things are these headlights. So I tried this kit. This is the Meguiar's Headlight Restore Kit. It just wasn't aggressive enough. That's my fault. Should have got a more aggressive kit. So this is what I got. Highly trust 3M products, even though Meguiar is a good product as well. When it comes to abrasion, grit, prep, paint, etc., 3M is I try to make 3M my go-to. So let's see how this thing does. I'm sure it's going to do well, but we'll find out. Alright, so 2 layers of masking tape so I don't eat through to the paint if I come off of the lens with this. This has a hook and loop, otherwise known as a Velcro backing for these 2 pads. It's going to start with this 500 grit pad. I'm going to go over it. First thing I want to see is kind of an even hazy finish. The most important part is that it's real even. I'm going to move up in grit to this 800, do the same thing, make sure it's nice and smooth, wiping it often, changing the pads. This comes with several of the 500 and let's see, 1, 2, 3, at least 4 of the 800s. So it gives you about, I think, 6 500 pads, 4 of the 800, and then this 3000 pad. This is a wet sanding process, and I'll show you how that goes. But basically, you spray this with water, and you wet sand it to get as many of the grains, the lines that you've created with these other grits off. And then when the clear coat comes on, that'll fill in those final gaps and defects that this has left behind. And it should look nice and clear and pretty even. But we'll see. So first time I've been using this process, so let's hope it goes well. I think that's better. It's more even. I think it'd be easier for the top coat to fill those in. So I'm going to go ahead and wet sand. Building up a lot of static electricity, by the way. So get ready for the shock. So let me do the 3000 wet, and I'm going to go ahead and time lapse that one. Alright, so that's looking pretty decent. I think I'll do one more quick pass, but it's just an even, filmy look, and what this is just you're just gone into the eroded plastic, and now you're down to a buffed up layer basically, and just ready to receive that top coat. So I just have a little squirt bottle, squirting the lens and the pad. Just real light. So you're just knocking down those 800 ridges. Doing large, random, trying to, you can even do figure eights if you get all creative. And then I'm going to finish it up with some just lateral passes here. Because this is the way you're going to wipe on that top coat. And it'll just kind of hopefully fall into all these ridges. And what you're looking for is a nice cloudy finish that's super even. And I think we got it. All right, that looks way better than when I used the Meguiar. I didn't use a power tool, and it only had 2 grits on it, and they were just they were both high. So I just needed a better kit for a worse condition like I have. All right, I'm gonna rinse this down real good, and then let's try the top coat. All right, it's time for the clear coat. I prepped the other headlight. So you're supposed to use one of these for each coat of both lights. So this is kind of nerve-wracking. Looking better already. Nice. All right, let's let this dry and then we'll come back and do another coat. Show you what it looks like. Very nice. Way better than the other product. All right, see you in a few. All right, second coat. Nice edges. Dragging it, the liquid attaches it to the lens pretty much. It's kind of like a squeegee. All right, so I put a second coat. It's about halfway dry. Again, I used the 3M Ultra Headlight Restoration Kit, and it did take about 40 minutes. 3M is very good at specialty materials and things like this, chemicals. So again, they hit the mark on this one. So there's the result. I'll show some video from the restoration I did with the Meguiars. Not to knock the Meguiars, I just got too mild of a kit. This was more aggressive. It also came with a little arbor to put on the drill. So the 500 grit really went to work on it. Took off the old finish, the eroded plastic, and then prepped it for the top coat. So very pleased. So I'll show some before and after. Let's see what the headlights look like. Nice and clear. Hard to see because there'll be some correction, but you can see very clear, a lot of light. Way more focused than it was before. It was very diluted, diffused. So there it is. That kit was about 17 bucks. So I got that on Amazon. Saved me hundreds of dollars for replacing the assembly and lens kit. So appreciate you guys. take this thing off of here. So again, God bless you guys. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you on the next one, and hopefully the next one will be suspension. All that stuff over there. Have a great one.